Have you ever thought about the water coming through your faucet? Have you ever wondered if that water coming through your faucet is really clean, pure, and safe? Many of us have heard about the incidents that have happened in different places. One in particular was in Flint, Michigan, where high levels of lead was found in the city water, servicing multiple upon multiple citizens of this town. Dangerous chemicals, pollutants, even medicinal products, things that do not belong in our water supply have been found in them time and time again. Water is so very important for our body's functioning, and it is just a must. It is a necessity that what we receive, especially from the water coming from our city's storage, is safe, clean, and healthy for us to drink and use every day. The human body, depending upon size and gender, is made up of about 45 to 75% of water. The Earth's surface is covered with about 71% of water. One cannot go without having water for more than about 3 days before detrimental effects set in. However, one can last without food for about 3 to 4 weeks or 30 to 40 days, depending on several factors and individual specifics. It is so important that we know and that we are aware of what we are drinking, especially if we're using municipal or city line water supplies. Even when drinking from bottled water, it's important that we know what exactly we are ingesting. One particular place that we can use as a resource to find out what exactly is in our water system is through the Environmental Working Group. I went ahead and took a look at my own water supply, and unfortunately, it was not very pleasing. It was not reassuring. So several months ago, we took things in our own hands and we went ahead and made sure that we had sufficient filters to at least do what we can in our own personal homes to decrease and at least safeguard a little bit more the water that we're using to feed ourselves and our families. I'm going to go ahead and take you with me to the Environmental Working Group website so that I can show you where you too can find, by simply searching with your zip code or state, you can find out what may actually be in your water as it has been tested. Of note, not everything gets tested or standardized in the way it should be. And this is why we find cases like in Flint and many others having tainted and unsafe water supplies. Come on with me as I take you into the Environmental Working Group website, where anyone can go to at least have a better idea about what's going on in your water supply. Environmental Working Group's website, specifically, you can go to www.ewg.org/tapwater. Once you get there, you're going to be taken to this searching page where you can go ahead and enter your zip code or find your state. I'm just going to pick a state for today's sample so that I can show you Let's go ahead and choose Texas. Once you get there and you choose Texas, you'll see it broken down into different locations. As you can see here, and then you'll see people served to give you an idea of the demographics of the specific areas. Let's go down and we'll choose just a random place to find out how their city water supply is going. Let's choose the city of Allen. As you can see here, the contaminants detected are at 19 and they exceed the EWG health guidelines. There's a total of 37 contaminants. Also of note, as you can see here, they're letting us know that just because something has been labeled as legal doesn't make it safe or healthy to come into our systems. So these are important things to be aware of, not just to go with the flow and think that because something is labeled as standard or legal, that it is totally safe. Investigate for yourself, probe further, and dig more so that you can protect and safeguard yourself and family, especially when it comes to necessary resources like our water. I'm going to go down here and then I'll show you a quick view of the contaminants detected. Arsenic. Arsenic does not belong in the water supply. This is a toxin, a poison. Atrazine, causing potential harm to a developing fetus. Bromate, bromochloroacetic acid, bromoform, chlorate, chloroform, chromium, haloacetic acids, nitrate and nitrite, radium, among many more. Trihalomethanes at 228 times the level it should be. Haloacetic acid 715 times the safety level that it should be. If you take a look at many other cities and all throughout the different states, you'll see many variations and many, honestly, disconcerting findings. We have to work together to make changes so that we can have these essential needs met. The essential need of just having water to be clean. Until we have sweeping changes, what can we do today? We can at least try and make sure we filter the water that we use. It doesn't have to be the most expensive filter, but at least something to help you to try to screen out for these heavy metals, chemicals, toxins that may be passing through into your water supply. Do what you can to make sure you are protecting yourself and family. At the end of the video, I'll show you a small clip of how we installed our Berkey filter. The Berkey filter is a carbon filtration system that really helps to eliminate many potential toxins. Another helpful water filtration system that we have found is the water drop under sink system. I'll put some information on them so that you can look into these things for yourself. Sometimes we really have to do digging such as this and put forth a little more effort into our health and what we are taking in daily. It is known that these chemicals and toxins are carcinogenic, potentially causing cancers, brain defects, neurological damage, and other issues that could have been prevented if only the water supply was clean and if those in charge of things such as this would do what they can to ensure the safety of our water supply. I hope you will consider what you can do and definitely go ahead and take a quick look at your own state and even specifically in your zip code. Find out what potential contaminants may be in your water so that you can be well informed and make the best decisions for yourself and family. Until then, do all that you can to be more sustainable and stay safe. When we received our Berkey filter, we have to go ahead and prime it, and we use actually a food dye, red, that helps us to make sure that our filter is working properly. So you go ahead and add that dye along with your water, and you allow it to filter through. And once you do that, you're able to see whether the red dye carries through into your jars that are collecting it on the bottom. And from what we could see here, we had some great results. There was no red dye at the end, and we just had clear water.